So good day everyone. Today, discuss natin ang logic formulation in programming.
So before we start the discussion, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Victor Del Cruz from SPCS 1B here in Gas City University.
So before we move on with our topic, no, discuss muna natin ang objectives natin for today. So first is define computer program and its purpose. Second is describe the stages of programming cycle. Third is explain algorithm and identify its main characteristics. Fourth is write simple algorithms using pseudocode. And then lastly, apply the steps in problem solving to create logical solutions for programming tasks. So hopefully in the end of this video, matututo tayo kung paano gumawa ng pseudocode or as we call blueprint para sa coding natin or program na gusto nating i-execute. So next is computer program. So it is a set of instruction written in a language that a computer can understand and execute. It tells the computer exactly what tasks to perform and how to perform them. Programs are often called software, and they are essential in making computer useful for solving problems, running applications, and automating processes. So to put it simply, ito yung instruction na gusto natin pagawa sa computer. Ngayon, pag instruct tayo ng tasks or magbibigay tayo ng tasks sa computer, need natin ilagay yon in a language that a computer can understand para ma-execute nila yun. And so, ang mga lalagay natin doon on how yung program i-execute ng computer and ano yung i-execute ng computer na gusto mong ipagawa sa kanila. So, these are called software, no? And they are essential para maging useful yung computer para sa problem solving, running applications, and pag-automate ng processes. So, ito ang mga examples ng computer program: Java, Visual Studio Code or VS Code, Eclipse, and lastly, Chrome. Next is programming cycle. The programming cycle is the step-by-step process of creating a computer program from start to finish. Now, let us just say na ito ay cookbook or recipe. Ito yung dito pinapakita yung mga step-by-step na gagawin in order to have the result na product na gusto mong gawin. So, una is problem definition or analysis. Titignan natin kung anong gagawin natin and na-analyze natin yon. Ano yung mga problems and so on. Next is algorithm design. So, actually, there is two logical formulation na ginagamit or algorithm design na ginagamit, which is flowchart and pseudocode. However, in this topic, mag-focus tayo in pseudocode. Next is coding and debugging. Dito, susimulan mo na yung pagko-code and pagra-run, pagtitingin ng mga problems sa code mo and so on. And lastly, implementation and deployment. Dito, ira-run mo na yung successful na program mo pagkatapos mo i-code and titignan mo kung anong problems and so on. Next is algorithm. It is a clear step-by-step procedure used to solve a specific problem or complete a task. A good algorithm must be precise, have a limited number of steps, and always produce the correct output. Algorithms are important in programming because they serve as the logical foundation before writing the actual code. So, ang purpose nito, no, to provide a clear step or systematic set ng steps para ma-solve ang isang problem ng computer. So, ang key points nito, no, it must be clear. Clarity. It must be clear. Dapat tama yung mga nakasulat doon. Finiteness. Dapat bilang yung mga steps na nandun sa code mo. Definiteness. Dapat precise and well-defined yung mga structure, mga text na nilalagay mo doon. Input, dito ang dito ina-ask yung user na mag-input or maglagay ng information. Output, paglalabas ng result na nanggaling doon sa input ng user. Effectiveness, dapat simple lang and effective yung program na ginawa mo. And then lastly, generality. Dapat gumagana to not just in one problem or in one case but also a group of similar problems din na katulad ng problem or pinapagawa mo sa computer. So pseudocode. What is pseudocode? It is a way of writing algorithms in plain and simple language that looks similar to programming code, but is not bound by strict syntax rules. Cannot be executed on a computer, but it helps programmers plan and organize their thoughts before coding. Pseudocode acts as a bridge between everyday language and actual programming language. So dito in pseudocode, no, we're not necessarily coding pa. We're just merely making a blueprint. Now, this is made para maintindihan mas madaling maintindihan ng mga programmer ang gagawin na program ng mga mga magpo-program. And so we can use any language dito sa pseudocode. It can be Russian, English, Bisaya, Tagalog, and so on. However, kahit na hindi siya bound ng mga syntax rules, may mga rules pa rin na susundan. For instance, pagde-declare ng variables muna, and so on. So moving on with our pseudocode, no? So like I said earlier, pseudocode is like a blueprint. It is made for us to easily understand, no, kung paano i-formulate yung mismong program na gagawin natin. And so, gaya na sinabi ko kanina, in pseudocode or in every other code, we need to declare variables muna bago magsimula sa code natin. And so, una is gagawa tayo ng pseudocode based on the grade. So, i-detect ng grade or i-detect ng program natin if the student has passed or failed based on sa grade na in-input ng user. So, una is mag-declare muna tayo ng variables. Declare grade. Next is, ask natin yung user kung anong grade na ilalagay nila. So, output, enter your grade. Then, input, grade. Etong grade na to is, ito yung dineclare natin. So, etong grade is mag-store siya ng numbers na ilalagay dito. So, grade. Then, maglalagay tayo ng if statement, if else statement. So, if grade is more than or equal to 75, then ang output na lalabas is you passed. Else, kung mas mababa siya sa 75, then lalabas is you have failed. So, i-end natin yung statement natin dito. And that is all for this pseudocode. So, let us try making a actual programming in order to find out if this does work. So, yeah, let us try. So yun, gumawa na tayo ng class, no? Pinangalan ng app. And so we will try to make this program. So una is mag-ask tayo ng scanner. So import java.util scanner. Now, let us try declaring the variables first, katulad ng kanina. So declare, or rather integer, since ito yung mag-hold, since yung dineclare natin, which is grade, siya ay mag-hold ng number. So integer grade, so may column. Then next is scanner input. Input is equals to new scanner system.in. So yun, nag-ask na tayo ng naglagay na tayo ng scanner. So next is lagyan natin ng comments, no, para hindi tayo malito. So here dito, declare ng grade, declare variables. Next is input. So dito, ask natin yung user kung anong grade. So system.out.print, enter your grade. Then grade is equals to input.next.int and empty set. So sunod is maglalagay tayo ng condition. So again, ang if-else condition natin, if grade is equal or more than 75, then ang lalabas is you passed. Otherwise, kung mas mababa siya sa 75, then ang lalabas is you have failed. So that is all. So let us try running this code. So titignan natin if it does work. So yun, nag-ask na kung anong grade. Let us put 11. Alabas is you failed. However, no, kung i-run natin ulit, then magbigay tayo ng 75, then ang lalabas is you have passed. So that is all for the pseudocode. Yeah, again, this is just like a blueprint. We can use this to formulate yung mga plans natin or how we are going to make our code. Next is steps in problem solving. First is produce a general algorithm, yung ginawa nga natin kanina, which is the pseudocode. Next is refine the algorithm successfully to get step by step detailed algorithm that is very close to a computer language. Next is pseudocode is an artificial and informal language that helps programmers develop algorithms. Pseudocodes is very similar to everyday English. And so, again, kung makita natin or babalikan natin yung code natin do'n, makikita natin na it's not an actual code, no? Sa mismong code, mas madaming complicated stuff or mas madaming complicated na words na ginamit in order for the computer to read the task that we have given it. And so, again, pseudocode is made for the programmers na madaling maintindihan, no, as a blueprint. And so that is all for today. Thank you very much for listening. I hope that you all have learned something useful today and have a great day. Thank you.